thing with the good acting session there, much, was another boy, a little black boy.
Oh,
You more
yes.
OC and you
Tell
more.
him what
Yes.
they said to you.
He used to threaten this other little first from.
His name Matthew.
Do you remember his name?
I do, because I remember
Something
your mother
like-
saying it.
So he's like, "Come Matt. You will bring money tomorrow, big chef again." That's not us doing that, that's emo and them. But they were performers and we were third. But we were there when Ethan told his parents that his mother came in next with him and he gone and Ethan there, you know. That's a little door. Ethan there looking down with the headmaster. You know, he's a big guy. Yeah. Now tell him what this boys were telling him. Tell him what. It was emo fox. He said he would beat me up. Alright, emo there? What? How could you say something like that? But I never, I always liked you, bro. Didn't share my juice with you yesterday. Okay. When played innocent role.
The best one was right, bro. I got caught, and Kenneth, you didn't get caught. You didn't bring her name up, but we all told him,
We won it for
you like to
flowers.
foot your mommy. Tell us what you do to your mommy. You let you foot your mother and all this. And I will foot your mother too and all this. And the poor boy's head is just tormented. He's a young little frail gentleman, you know, the innocent kid. So he went home crying and tell his mother that the boys picking on him and say that he was foot his mommy. And that the boys love foot my mommy. So now early in the morning, she at the school, and we were upstairs in Form 2, I think it was, or whatever. And right away it was emo or OC. But in our form, it was me, Kenneth, and Ryan. So we get up now, go to the office, there's 6 of us standing beside the young man now. Mother's sitting down, and he's sitting down, and he's crying, and all of us like, oh, I gonna burst your ass, boy, you wait a little, you know? And we just can't wait, you know, but we're trying to hide the frustration from all this. And he's there crying in front of his mother. She's like consoling him, don't worry. Now, I want you, Matthew, to tell the headmaster exactly what you had told me the boy said. And he's sitting down there now crying. He said, I just fool my mommy, and that they walk with my mommy, and everybody fool my mommy. So we did that. We tried not to laugh because it just sounded ridiculous, you know, like you know. And we're like, oh, wait, you be outside. Wait, you might. So he look, and Master look at us now and say, is that true, boys? Well, he's English, North American, you know, is that true? And we're like, sir, I am shocked. I am stunned. We would never say something like that. You know, we're and it got to a point where we just got detention for it. That was it. Instead of getting us expelled and everything, your mother was asking for suspension and everything. You know, we're like, we talked our way out of it as a union. We're like, I mean, you know, there is, you know,
Never said something like that.
I would never do that. This is your mother. You should have respect for her. How dare you insinuate that we would say that? And we just all gang up. And just to save face for the whole occurrence, we had detention. That was it. And she was good with that. And it was just incredible the torment that child got for the rest of the year. Every time we'd see him, I can put him on me. And he'd be looking down. And these are the kind of boys that it was a cycle, right? So when you're going to school, you're young. It starts unless you have family. And like big family that you could say, well, my cousin will beat you if you hit me, kind of thing. Or my brother would beat you with that kind of thing. So that was the only salvation we had from the 5th one. And the men were so dread that they would be like, you. Now, we never really got it because we were so wicked. Because they tried that stunt, and the next thing you know, they get like a piece of fruit, pomegranate in the back of the head or something.
Faithful warmers?
No, us would throw it at them. They never really used to play with us. Really. So we were always relatively safe. But everything underneath was, our form was the terror form at the school, and everybody knew it. But now they would tell boys, go in the canteen, I want a red fruity, I want a bag of corn curls and a roti, and bring back $5 change. And not give the man a cent. So take all the boy lunch money, and they had to do it. And there was no questioning. So if the boy came to school with $10, that's what he is contributing towards your health and wellness. You know? It was like, well, you know, you have to eat well. I'll just starve for the rest of the day. You know, and it got to a point where it was customary. So it's just how the cycle went. So I mean, it got to we never got in. Like even Richard Haynes and all the bigger fellas. Always, we used to hang with them because they were fifth formers and they were the guys that didn't mess with. In the island, you know, like on the island, these are the guys that didn't mess with. So, you know, we'd have maps and Prez, we'd have fights, whole buses, everybody pulling up at the bus station in cars and pulling up bats and knives and chains, and they would go at war, you know, and all the Prez against all the maps, and that was just the one big fight, but it was always a rivalry between the two schools. But however, you'd be out and you see them, and you know, it'd be like my cousin goes there, and hey, cousin. But you still had the loyalty, not even to the school, not necessarily family, and they had to maintain that integrity. But we used to do things. I remember once I had a paper clip, and I wrapped it up in tape, real thick. And then I folded it was to a point where it was a very thick clip. So in the center is metal and everything wrapped around was tight tape. And I had two elastic bands, and you had Master coming up the stairs. The stairs were like this, on the floor, and he was coming up. I run up the form room and I see coming, whap! Pull him out instantly. Just twist up on his stair. And just bend down on his hands and knees. I had enough time to witness that before he turned around, and I ran in the form and sat down. Put away the band-aids and the plastic bands, and sitting there, and I think I even had a book out, something intuitive. But the man hated me so much. He ran in the form. Didn't pay any other class going, right to the form. McGill! I was told you were out there. Sorry, sir? Out there. And he's like, you were in the hall. You know what I'm talking about. This time you're not going well on your back. And it's still swelling up. You can see it on his shirt. And he's standing there like, sir, I don't know. I was sitting here just trying to get some reading in. I think it was like a geography book, something that we never even paid attention to, you know. And I was like, I just getting some reading done, trying to keep ahead, you know, the chapters, and you know, he's like looking at me like, well, I will ask next class. They're watching. Didn't ask anybody else, just assume me. You know, there was deviants like Kenneth Brown, who has been known to throw protractors at teachers and sticking the board when they were writing on the board, and whack, you know, just missing the head. I remember Mr. Rice, remember he took off his belt and he was swinging, and that's when, what movie was that? It was Remo Williams. Remo Williams was the movie. It was out at the time. This man was he was very, very talented in martial arts and everything, dodging bullets and everything. So the man had his belt out, was swinging at, I think it was OC. No, it wasn't OC. What was the fella's name? Crazy fella. He was only the French. No, it was a French. I think it was.
Fifth former?
No, it was in our form. We were sitting watching the show. He was there for 1 year. But we encouraged everyone else so much that he thought, if we do something big and bold, to really set the pace with the other fellas. And he might take out the double protractor and just threw it at the board, and it whacked, sticking the board right beside his head and off his belt. And it was one where, you know, couldn't believe he threw a protractor, could have stabbed the man backwards in his head. So we were like, that's real serious, yeah. So we didn't really say anything, we were just sitting there in shock more, you know. And he kind of surmised who it was, and finally he got up, and I think that's why he wasn't rough. He got expelled for doing it or something like that.
French gay?
Yeah, black French fella. He was wild, you know. And he got expelled for doing it, but the man was swinging the belt at him with the buckle, not even the buckle, injured the child. And he's doing the Remo Williams and sound effects and everything, and twisting and everything. Couldn't hit the man. We were laughing at this point. Protractor still stuck in the board.
Yeah, but short piece of thing, but that's who the teacher we, because there was a time we went through that too. This kung fu phrase where it was you, me, Ryan, Andrew Jones used to do sound effects sometimes Ryan would do for him. But like, I can't remember which teacher, there wasn't all of them, but like, you would get out like those cheap, like kung fu, the cheap kung fu movies from Taiwan, China, Hong Kong, where you know the English is bad. But in every hand movement, you know, that kind of,
Hey,
like, where are you going?
You know, bad dubs, bad dub overs.
Boys they used to ask us to read. So if you had to read something, you would read it. And when the English went to Hong Kong, they went to the south. Like we had somebody behind you and make a sound with your rose where you so everywhere you point, you're hearing that thing like in those cheap kung fu movies. So people they're watching you. These boys.
Cut it out. Oh man.
Those were the days.
But yeah, Kenneth, I remember I was in class and saw that when Kenneth used to have two top buttons of his, because it was a button-up shirt, right? School shirt. He had it open. And Kenneth is a flat-chested, skinny fella. It's not like he was some bodybuilder that if you were a gay person, you get turned down by seeing that. But, yeah, but Andre, the same gay geography teacher. Man,
I think he was a pedophile. Yeah. He was just.
Yeah, it's not like a teacher touching your shoulder is one thing. And the man go from his shoulder and gone, touching his chest, so like that, it kind of slaps. Get away from me! He gets so carried away, he didn't realize that he was exposing his child molesting.
Yeah. I mean, it was just obvious. Man was challenged sexually. Just unbelievable.
Oh, the man literally looked like a VIC head.
Yeah.
Because he had hair only around here and then bald. You top, bro.
But
top his
like
head was
4 or
bald.
5 pieces of hair that we would salvage and comb over. But it was very odd looking. And we used to just all the man, you knew it. You remember the fat one that used to throw chalk and the whole dust and everything?
He was sick, but the hair was there. He was, like, when you were
okay.
second, you probably used to teach you, but he didn't teach you whole time.
Yeah, you were a foundation for it.
I can't remember his name. What was his name? Brother something.
Brother Ben or something. But the man used to throw chalk at you when you ain't paying attention. Like right in your head. The man had deadly aim. I mean, and when you really weren't paying attention, chatting, he'd throw the dust at you. And it was just a piece of wood. It was like a film, little felt on the bottom. So you're getting hit in a piece of head in your head with a piece of wood. I mean, block. So paying attention, what? Oh well.
He could get away with that up until second form, but by third form, I don't think we would have stood for that.
He had left by then, so he was saved by God's hand, really, if you way look at it. It was torment, you know, you can get away with that in second form, third form. We were just developed too much, you know. Bringing it around with clothes to school and
confronting.
Remember, hat bind knives and hang out. We used to get those big blades. Carters, yeah. Knives. Those were the days.
I remember in big Whitaker and the Whitaker's big now, but I didn't tell you because I was scrawny little fella. It was Ben Lee.
Oh, Benny Phillips.
What was it over though? I just remember all the way up these stairs from the canteen up. Ben Lee was like, John was running, but he couldn't get away. Ben Lee was close enough that he was just cup after cup back in his back all the way running. And he, oh, Ben Lee, when you run in, must say, from here to where the car is parked and get cuff in his back. But I can't remember why it was over.
You got me.
He wasn't the one that used to. It was the vet's son that used to challenge to drink pepper, the whole bottle of pepper sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Damien Dono.
Yeah, yes.
He used to take the challenge.
His name Jacob, now he's in Toronto.
You changed his name?
Yeah,
Rasta, entertainer, everything does well. Does very well. That's right downtown.